Hello and welcome to Family's Legacy channel. My name is Nicole, and in this video I'm going to show you how simple it is to download your family tree from Ancestry.com, plus how to download the media attached to it. Not everyone realizes that the photos and documents that you save to your Ancestry tree are not included in the GEDCOM file when you download it, meaning that none of those records you saved are backed up with it. In fact, the only option that Ancestry currently offers to download your saved media so that it's available offline is by downloading them one by one. If that isn't an appealing option and you would rather back up your photos and documents all at once, there is a workaround that I'll show you in the second half of the video. When using a site like Ancestry to research and document your family history, it's important to keep a copy of your family tree stored safely offline so that if anything ever happens to your account or your subscription, you have a backup. And of course, you want your backup to include the records that you've found. A tree is only as solid as its sources after all, so let's make sure that you don't lose all of that hard-earned work. For starters, downloading your family tree from Ancestry is simple, and there are a few ways that you can do this under the Trees tab up here. Keep in mind that you can only download trees that you created on your account, so you won't be able to download a family tree that someone sent an invite and shared with you. From the Trees tab, you can either select the tree that you want to download here if you see it populated on the list. Then you click on these three dots that are over here on the left. You will select Tree Settings, and once you're on the Tree Settings page, scroll down here to Manage Your Tree on the right-hand side down here, and this is where you can download your family tree by clicking Export Tree. You can also get to the tree settings by using the trees drop down again and clicking on either My Trees right here or Create and Manage Trees. Both of these will take you to a list that looks like this, where you can then select the tree that you want to download by clicking Tree Settings located over here. And then we are once again directed back to that familiar page where we can scroll down to manage your tree and click Export Tree. You may have noticed in the description here that it says export your family tree data as a GEDCOM file. If you aren't familiar with the term GEDCOM, it's a genealogy specific file that stands for Genealogical Data Communication. Once you've downloaded the GEDCOM, you won't just be able to click the file and open it. Instead, you will need a genealogy program or software to open the file. But this is how you can not only back up your family tree and keep it safe offline, you can also share the file with other family members or upload it to more genealogy sites that you might want to use like MyHeritage or GEDmatch without having to enter all of your research all over again into that database. Ancestry's current GEDCOM option is text only, meaning that all of the media that you've worked so hard to save to your family tree will not be included in the GEDCOM file. Any photos or documents that you attach to your family tree on Ancestry need to be downloaded individually, ideally as you're researching, and I have covered that in another video that I'll link below for you. But what if you want to download all of the media in your family tree in one go, instead of going through and clicking on each record and each photo to individually download them one at a time? As I mentioned before, Ancestry does not give you this option to do a bulk download, but if you're willing to take some extra steps, there is a solution. By downloading this free version of RootsMagic Essentials and syncing it with your family tree on Ancestry, you will have access to a single file folder offline filled with all of these records that you have saved to your family tree. I'll walk you through it. So let's open up a web browser. And first, before we download RootsMagic, I suggest logging in to Ancestry on one of these tabs if you aren't already. And then we'll go ahead and leave that tab open while we do these next steps. More on that later. So we will then go to RootsMagic website and we will download the free RootsMagic Essentials. I'll leave the link to that in the description for you. And once you've downloaded it, go ahead and click on the RootsMagic icon to open it up and get everything started. Select RootsMagic Essentials free version, and once it's open, go ahead and click on New File over here in the left-hand corner. From there, we're going to select Download from an online tree. You can see that we also have the option to do this with Family Search if that's something that you're interested in, but for this video, we're going to go ahead and choose Ancestry. Now we're going to select the location of the file. So pay close attention here to where you choose to store your backup, because this is where we will be returning to for that media file folder. I'm saving mine in my documents folder, but you can also browse for another destination down here. Next, we'll create a name for our RootsMagic file. I'm going to use the name of the family tree here and type Contes of Villafratti tree and then hit save. You'll see more of the file options pop up here if you want to get more detailed, but for the sake of this video, I'm not going to do anything extra for now. You will click OK, and then you'll be prompted to sign into Ancestry to grant access to the account where your family tree is saved. Since I'm already logged into Ancestry, like I mentioned before on my web browser, this happens automatically and it makes it quick and easy. Next thing you know, it's going to populate, and RootsMagic automatically pulls up this list from the trees that I have created on my Ancestry account. And now I just need to choose the tree that I want to back up. If you click this magnifying glass over here, it will open up that particular family tree in your web browser on Ancestry if you're trying to figure out which one exactly you're looking for. Once I locate the tree that I want to download, I click on it and then I'll hit Download Ancestry tree down here. Depending on how large your tree is, the amount of time that this takes will vary, but you can see the third step is extracting the media. When the download is complete, this window will pop up and you'll see the details of the home person for the tree that you've selected. You can go ahead and exit out of this screen. Now you can see here over on the left is a tab for media. And when you click on it, the photos and documents that were saved from your tree are populated here now as well. This will show you at a glance what was saved, but now it's time to take one final step to ensure that your media is saved to your master file with the rest of your research. Remember when I told you not to forget where you saved the RootsMagic file folder? This is the time to go back and open up that folder. I saved mine here in Documents, and when I open that file, I see the Contes of Villafratti tree right here. You see the media file. I can now take this file and save it as a backup where I store the rest of my research. It's not a perfect solution. You may have noticed this, but there is a downside to downloading media in bulk to one folder like this. When I open the folder, you can see all of the photos and the records are saved here together. The photos maintain their file names, but unfortunately the file names for the records don't retain any identifying information to indicate at a glance who the record belongs to. You can imagine how tedious this could be to sort through for a large tree, and that's one of the downsides. But since it's currently the only free option to getting all of the media from your family tree offline in one sweep, it's better than nothing. There used to be a Chrome extension that you could use to extract the media from an Ancestry's ancestor profile, but that extension has since been removed. So really, the only way to save the media that's attached to your tree is to either download each photo and each document individually on Ancestry. You can sync it with RootsMagic Essentials with your tree and then access the media in bulk for free, like I just showed you, or you can pay for a software like Family Tree Maker for an even smoother and organized experience than what you see here with the RootsMagic Essentials. None of us want to lose the research that we've spent so much time carefully gathering, and it's essential to protect and regularly back up your work so that it's saved in more than one place. Don't let the time and effort that you have spent searching for these resources go to waste. And make sure that when you're backing up your research, it's a complete reflection of your work, media included. Once you have synced your tree with RootsMagic, they make it easy to back up your work, media files included. They also make it easy to save a backup in multiple places, whether that be on your computer, a hard drive, and even a cloud option right here, Dropbox. Remember, 321 archival method recommends that you have 3 copies of your data in at least 2 different types of media, where one of those locations is offsite for safekeeping. So basically, you'll have a primary copy, a secondary copy, and a remote backup to protect against any disasters or failures. I cover this in another video that I will link below, but that's all we're going to cover here. So I hope that this has been helpful. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep up the great work.